Good evening, everybody. And I want to welcome everyone here to Collinwood, where we started the company, and thank everyone for taking time. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule to spend some time with us tonight. Tonight, first of all, I think you guys know this, those of you that have been to these before, we always start these meetings by saying that we really did start the company with 2 credit cards in the basement of my house. And I want you guys to know that when we started the company, we never thought that we could do what we've done. It's very humbling to stand in front of this amazing amount of talent in this room tonight. And I want you to know how much I appreciate everyone's help. And you've really helped me build the company. And we've really done something spectacular, starting with an idea in the basement of the house around the corner from here in Collinwood. So everyone, I really appreciate it. So that's one thing. And, you know, sometimes I read this, so I'll read it to you guys. This is, you know, there was a day we actually incorporated this bad boy as a company. And it was April 14th, 1993 is when the official day that the company started. So when I was going to work that morning, this girl I was dating, Trina at the time, wrote this little note and put it in my car, in my stylish Mercury Topaz, which I drove here tonight and still have, which you can borrow if you have a really important sales call. Anyway, so this is the note, and I keep this around. I read this sometimes. So I'll give you this thought, okay? Today is the day we're starting the company and embarking on a great and life-changing adventure. And I thought you should know that it doesn't really matter how much money we make or how great we do. What matters is that we're going to give it our all and focus on doing amazing things for people. Creating jobs and opportunity, making the customers happy, mixing it up with the big companies who've dominated the market for so long with their stale products and uninspired service and tired and bureaucratic approach to business. We're going to challenge the status quo and build a team and contribute to the city and have some fun along the way. Many great adventures await us, but the simple fact is our journey is uncertain and is sure to be marked with many unanticipated challenges and some defeats along the way. The key is to meet all the challenges head-on, identify and eliminate the obstacles, make the company great, outwork everybody, never lose our idealism, and refuse to let any challenges make us bitter or nasty. And if it doesn't work out, we'll just have to get real jobs and work in cubicles for a while, and then we'll try it again. But I think we can do it, and I think we're going to kick a little ass out there. Go get 'em, Tony the Tiger. So that's how we started. And in a lot of ways, that idealism in the beginning of the company and those grand ideas and visions and hopes, we want to keep that a part of what we're doing now that we're a little bit bigger and have more resources available and a better team. So really our challenge is to take the idealism that makes us different from these big corporate companies, okay, and do great things. So I want you guys to know, so I think about this stuff a lot, and I think about our company a lot. And this year, I go to the office a lot of times when no one's there on odd times or driving home, and when I think about our company, I'll tell you what I think about and what I've thought about a lot this year, okay, which is different. First of all, I just can't tell you how grateful I am, and I don't usually call out names of our company and start, because I don't want to exclude anybody, but let me just give you a couple things that really were very profound. First of all, Pam Ripka called me one night at about 9:30. She was leaving a house in Lyndhurst. She was writing offers for a buyer. She lives where? Far away from Lyndhurst, right? Okay. Hinckley is not close to Lyndhurst, so it's, another hour or something. And she's actually asking me about, hey, how do I represent the buyer the best, and should we go in at 108 or 109? And I thought, what a superstar we have here, someone who really wants to represent the buyer's interest genuinely. I think of, I don't know if some of you guys that don't work in the corporate office much know, but Monday mornings, Abby and Sarah and Ann Macklis and now Karen in our title company probably don't even want to go to work Monday morning because they know their desk is going to be piled up with work, with ridiculous amounts of stuff to do. And, you know, I'm so grateful to you guys for doing all of it and knocking out so much work. I think of John Caputo, who just walked in, who got a plate. So John walks in. So John helps me. He goes to Columbus with me a couple weekends ago. I pick him up at his house at 9 o'clock on Friday night, waving goodbye to his cute Italian kids and his beautiful wife. Bye. I'm going to spend the weekend with Tony driving around Columbus, the inner city, to look and take pictures of houses so we can make a proposal to a bank to get 60 properties to auction. Hopefully we'll get it. Don't know if we will or not. Wouldn't have a chance if John didn't help me do that and make that construction assessment. So I think of all these things. I think of Eric Lee at Bluestone, who's running our sales center, who's got great ideas and calls me up and say, hey, let's do something different. Let's try different things. I think of all the collective ideas and talent in our company, and it's just amazing. And I also think of the newer folks that have joined us. Gwen, who's done our open houses for the auction company. I think of Shonda and Harry Azano. We got the top mortgage guy in the city, and we got someone helping us with our business. So we got this great infusion of new talent, new ideas, and guys that have been around, Linus, and some of these guys have been here forever. Leo. We got Leo, who taught us the business. We put an ad in the paper in Collinwood that says, "Attention, real estate investors, new company in the business, come hang out with us and teach us the business." So no license needed at that time. It was illegal. We didn't know. We put an ad in the paper saying, "Come sell real estate with us." But it's great being 21 starting a business because you know everything and you don't have to worry about things like rules or money or experience. Who needs that? But I also want you guys to know, on a kind of a serious note, that I know how hard things are right now in the real estate business. And I think you guys know me. I'm in there working alongside you in the trenches every day. And the fact is, I know that a lot of us have really suffered some personal financial struggles and challenges. And I just want you to know how empathetic I am and how much I realize that that is a severe challenge. And we run the company in a way to try to put as much money as we can in your pockets. We really do, with our new $4.95 listing service, which is a fee-for-service product, and the way we try to divvy out leads at the corporate office and help everybody as best we can. We know that things have been tough this year, and they're going to be tough for a while. Okay? This is not a pep rally or ad. I'm going to talk to you guys about how I think we need to make money and some things we need to think about and do differently. But I want you to know that I understand what it's like when you got a lot of bills coming in and not a lot of money, and how that can be very debilitating. It's hard to be on offense going out making sales calls when you're worried about getting your bills paid. And I want you to know I understand what's going on out there, and it's tough, and I'm very empathetic, and we totally understand it. Now, a couple other things, too, in that spirit. Your clients might not always appreciate all that you do. Putting up yard signs, like our REO team does, and doing activity reports, and emailing people at 10 o'clock at night, and clearing stips with underwriters that are ornery. I mean, I get all this stuff, and I want you to know that we appreciate it. Okay, very much. And we want you to know how much and how grateful we are for you to do that, because those day-to-day things are what makes the company great. It's what gives us a chance to compete and succeed, and we appreciate it. And a lot of the folks that aren't in this business don't really understand what goes on transactionally, especially now when things are challenging. So always know that we're with you, okay, and we know how hard you're working, and I'm very grateful for it. Now, let me talk about a couple of things. Okay, I want to talk about some facts that are pretty clear. I want to talk about our business model at our company, of how we compete and succeed and how we got from zero to this point. And I'm going to give a possibility of what I think the therefore is. What's the action plan today in this market? Okay? Now, let me give you some facts. Okay? This is an amazing statistic, but according to RealtyTrack and the National Association of REO Brokers, 1/3 of homes that are going to sell in the next 12 months are bank-owned property. They're going to sell, not listed, but sell, which is 1.2 million properties. Okay? So when these big companies want to tell you that everything's fine, just go out and get more listings, just do some brokers opens and open houses, that's a bunch of nonsense. Okay? The fact is, 1/3 of these sales, in Cuyahoga County, 20,000 properties are being foreclosed on this year. Okay? Those are all properties that are coming onto a market at a time when the market is tough, and you've got a huge supply overhang coming onto the market. Okay? In Florida, Transcontinental, where our corporate office is for the mortgage company, in Florida, 75% of the mortgage broker businesses are not in business anymore. They did not renew their license in August 31st. And in Ohio, something similar has gone on, with over 2/3 of the mortgage brokers gone. Okay? What does that mean? That means the same old tired, stale nonsense does not work, and people just are going away. That also means their competition is going away to an extent. Okay? Now, I'm not trying to give you the rah-rah that says we're all going to be rich, just hang in there. That's not what this is about. But 2/3 of the players are gone. Okay? So there's a lot less competition out there, and people are still buying houses. Okay? People are still getting married and getting divorced and buying rental properties and stuff. So there's transactions out there.